Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to go over all of the latest content, including our first team of the week in NHL 23. We're also going to rip my rivals rewards from the God Squad and see what we can pull. And we should probably also talk about the mess that the rewards were for rivals in the first week. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure you are subscribed for the most up-to-date news, tips, and info. All right, let's get into it. All right, guys, so let's talk about the rivals rewards first because, man, this has been one of the worst first weeks of NHL that I can remember as a content creator. They are just fighting everything that they are doing, whether it be the modes they're putting in for rivals or the actual rewards that you're getting for it. It has just not gone well, not gone smooth. There is a lot of bugs in NHL, and the latest one was, well, here is my last week. As you can see, it's showing me that I was in Ultimate. However, it was not showing me that I was only supposed to get one Jumbo Elite Players Pack and one Mega Players Pack. It was showing me Ultimate in another division with a lot more points, and obviously I did not receive that. Now, the issue is I didn't earn enough points to get up that high, but it was showing me in Ultimate, so I did not keep playing the game. If you have been following my Twitch channel, I was literally live for the last 4 straight days. I would have easily hit Ultimate, but unfortunately, because EA's system was showing me that I was in Ultimate, there was no reason to continue, and I really wasted my rewards, and it also really impacted my no money spent team. But it is what it is. A lot of people this happened to as well, and I believe EA is trying to figure out if the right rewards were given out. You can check Reddit. There is a thread where they were asking for your gamer tag. In a lot of cases, you didn't earn enough points, especially because of how many people were playing the game at launch, and it's unfortunate, but it was displaying the wrong rewards. So what else is new? We're going to go ahead and rip these, and I'll show you guys what I got. Okay, well, we've got a few packs here. We've got the Jumbo Elite Players Pack, so 20 items, all gold players with at least 18 overall, so we're pretty close to Ultimates. And then the Mega Players Pack. So we're going to go ahead and rip these and see if we can, our first week of rivals, what we're going to pull in the God Squad here. To be honest, there isn't really anything that's going to make my team except for X Factor McDavid. So all of this I'm just saving for the Evos, for the Fantasy Hockey event, which should come up next, the next event, or maybe the one after. But throughout the next couple weeks, I'll talk more and more about the Evo event, but it is one of the most important events for the year. So here we go. Without any further ado, let's see what we get. Let's see if we get something cool. As we get 85 Thatcher Demko off the rip. Like, that's a pretty sweet start. Okay. All right. Not going to complain there with that one. As we get an 85 out of the gate. Kyle Pozo. We've got Adam Raska from the Barracuda. A lot of AHLers in these ones. Claude Giroux. Okay, an 82 overall. Marcus Foligno. A lot of AHLers here. A lot of AHLers. That is set fodder. Tony DeAngelo. Okay, I actually wanted this on my no money spent team because I think he's one of the better right-handed defenseman, so not bad there, but I'm not going to make the God Squad. We keep going on here. What's our next one? Ty Smith. We've got any more? Okay, Charlie Conacher. And we've got 2 more. 1 more. And Victoria Bach. Okay, so not bad. We got the 85 Thatcher Demko. With the Mega Players Pack 5, we'll get 580 plus. It's just a lot of stuff. Anyone that says Mega in it, guys, is usually absolutely trash. I don't think I've ever pulled anything of substantial value out of them. I think that Demko might be the record. So only 580 pluses and a lot of just AHLers after that. Ryan O'Reilly's not bad. Okay, we'll take that as we fly through these. Next one is Antti Raanta. At least we're not getting the bare minimum 80 overall. Okay, and what's next? Keep going, keep going. Gustav Forsling, Brick Bowser, 2 more. Ooh, we got a primetime Matthias Plakta and Jesper Bratt. Okay, there go the 2 bad packs. These are awful. Like I said, anything that says Mega, just trash. All right, so these are the 2 big ones. Let's see. What can we get here? We're looking for X Factor Connor McDavid, Victor Arvidsson, Eric Halla, Matt Grzelcyk, who is one of my favorite base cards. If you are a starter team, guys, this is one of my favorite cards. He's actually nuts for some reason. On my no money spent team, he's goated. Tomas Hertl. We've got Troy Terry, Noah Dobson. We've got Jamie Benn. No purples here so far. Freddie Anderson. There's an 84. Man, Donald Alden. Look at those jerseys. Look at those jerseys. Next up, we got Tanner Jeannot. Also, David Perron, Kayla Barnes, Nicholas Roy, Savannah Harmon, and Matt Zuccarello. All right, so nothing there. Okay. Snizwich, dude, thank you so much for the gifted. Sorry, I was just recording. Thank you so much, dude. All right, last one. Here we go. Will we get one purple? We got Jack Eichel, Nick Suzuki, Eric Chernak, Jordan Eberle, Ivan Barbashev, Blake Coleman. Give me one purple. Scott Wedgwood, Connor Roulette, Mason Marchments, JT Miller isn't bad. Quentin Byfield, Keandre Miller, Jacob Trouba. I don't think we're getting a purple, fellas. Tyler Myers, 85 UC Saros, excuse me, Henry Yokiaru, and Shea Theodore. So obviously that did not go well. However, let's take a look at the first team of the week, and I'll explain how this works a little bit for anyone that doesn't know. Essentially, these are the players that are that had the best weeks, or the ones that the EA wanted to recognize, not just in the NHL, but in national leagues across in Europe as well, and in the CHL more often than not. So we'll go over what they got and how this is impacted. First, we'll go with the 85 Steven Stamkos. His X factor, once you get it to 85, has been phenomenal. However, this is obviously a lot less of a valuable card just because of the lack of skating synergy. 90 speed, 92 acceleration, and a great shot. Silver 1T, I have used Steven Stamkos on my God Squad as well as the No Money Spent team, and I just never activated. So I don't know if it's because I don't take one-timers with righties, or I don't just take one-timers at all because of the state of the game. But this is still a very good card, and if he falls, I wouldn't want to spend any more than 20,000 coins because his normal base card is going for around 40, and in my opinion, it's a lot better because you can turn it into his X Factor if you are able to pull his X Factor. So I wouldn't go 20, 25,000. That would probably be the highest I would go just because of the value of the other one. Then we've got the 88 Nathan McKinnon. So now matches his X Factor ranking. Again, X Factors started out +1 of their base card. So Nathan McKinnon came out at launch at 87. He gets at 88, matches his X Factor now. This is important, guys, because that means his next primetime or other event card that comes out and he gets to an 89, it will unlock a new tier for the X Factors, so pay attention to that. So 93 speed, 93 acceleration. Not much you can say about Nathan McKinnon. He's one of the best right-handed wingers and centerman now with that 83 on the draw. If you get Heart and Soul activated, that can actually make him a much better center as well, but that one is pretty tough to activate. It's not one I would recommend, but very, very good card. It is going to cost you a lot, guys. Team of the week in prime times, I guess I should just go over this as a whole. If you are someone that packs any of the prime times or team of the weeks, in my opinion, you should sell them immediately. They are only going to lose value, especially team of the weeks, as the week goes along, because they will be replaced by something new. Okay, so the 88 Nathan McKinnon, unless it has a banger ability or synergy, his 89 is going to come out, and this 88 is going to tank in price. Right now, I saw Nathan McKinnon going for like 250,000 coins. If I pack the 88 Nathan McKinnon, I'm selling that immediately. So I just wanted to throw that in there, just so you guys know. Next up, we've got his teammate Valerie Nishushkin, who's had a great week with Gladiator and Crease Crasher, 86 speed and acceleration, mid-80s shots. I wouldn't mind this card in all honesty at 6'4", 209. I've talked about this a lot about how useful these smaller players have been, but that's really only if you're taking advantage of their speed and agility. I think that there is a necessity for bigger players, at least somewhere in your lineup, because it is very, very hard to bump anyone off the puck right now in the way that NHL 23 plays. The bigger guys, even without the higher body checking, just because there's 6'4", 209 in this case, he can bump a lot of people off the puck and get you that puck back. So if you are looking for a left-handed kind of bigger player, I was using the Hut 23 Anthony Mantha on the No Money Spent team, and it was great defensively. Like anytime that he would go into the corners, I would be able to bump someone off the puck. So don't overlook someone just because he's only got 86 speed. At 6'4", 209, this is definitely a usable card. And at 83, the 83s are going for 5,000 roughly because of, they can be traded in for event collectibles. If he's going for like 7,000 to 8,000 coins, that's a decent buy. Elias Patterson's up next at 6'2" with Dangle City and Puck on a String, 87 speed, 87 acceleration, and 85 shot. I have talked about Elias Patterson and Mitch Marner cards for the last 3 years. Whatever it is, I think it's their weight. They get knocked off the puck with a gust of wind. So it is very tough to use them just because you have to have them in space. Now, in NHL 23, you can create some time and space, and he's got a good shot and speed. So this would be I would try them out, guys. Like if you get this Patterson, try him out because there are certain player types that will actually be effective with this. I hold on to the puck a lot. So I need my players to be able to hold on to the puck, and Elias Patterson is not that. Again, around the 5 to 10,000 K range is probably the most I would spend. Adrian Kempe is up next. 6'2", 200. I feel like he should be faster, but 86 speed, 86 acceleration with booming shot. Booming shot is a really good synergy, and I will make a synergy video. My subathon just ended, so I can finally get back to making more of the YouTube videos. So 6'2", again, good size. If you get booming shot activated, that's good body checking. He's an all-around pretty decent card. And an 82 overall, this has some value because they should be going for pretty cheap. So pay attention to that. This should be under 5,000 coins, and you could do decently with him after you get, like, let's say Taylor Hall, for example, on your free-to-play team. Andrei Svechnikov, 84 overall, 6'2", 86 speed and acceleration with that great shot. If you've been watching my no money spent team, I've been using the 83 Connor Bedard, and his shot is in the 88s, and it's been great. So a shot up that high is very, very usable. And he's got Dangle City. I want to see him with the lacrosse skilled up ability because it's a really, really good ability. But all around, very, very good card. Again, at 84, you're looking at minimum 10,000 coins. I wouldn't go any more than 12 to 15 at the absolute most. There is some utility here as he's left-handed, and again, that 88 shot is really effective. Simon Moser, we've got the wingman and magnetic. Magnetic is useless in Hockey Ultimate Team. It's very good in World of Chell, but not in Hockey Ultimate Team. Not much you could say here. This is a recognition card. I would not recommend using it even if you are no money spent. Anze Kopitar. Very, very good defensive card, guys. 6'3", 225. Slow in terms of some of the other cards at 84 speed and acceleration. However, center is the one position that you can kind of sacrifice speed because you're not breaking the puck up down the boards with your centerman. You're kind of, in most cases, what you want to do is play point guard, send it up the ice from your centerman to your wingers, and then once you get in the zone, very easy to hold on to. The puck with defensive awareness is great, stick checking is awesome, and that face-off stat at 85, very useful for centerman. If you are no money spent and you can get him for, I want to say 15,000 coins, maybe 20 at the most. Spoiler alert, I've used him on no money spent. Very, very good. Colton Siever is up next. Again, very, very much like Moser, just a recognition card. Would not recommend, even with backhand beauty, just not worth it. Justin Gill is a representation from Sherbrooke. I believe that's Sherbrooke. With Workhorse and Quick Draw. Quick Draw is great for on some of your centermen. So 87 speed and 85 speed, 87 acceleration. And look at that wrist shot. Like some of the European cards as well as the CHL cards, because of their stats, and then they have to bump them up to 80 overall when they get a card, they get these really weird stat mixes. He's got 79 face-off. You could actually use this card. If he was going for like 1,000 to 1,200 maybe, this could be a really good penalty kill card because of Quick Draw. And look at that shot. I mean, you're not taking a slap shot, but look at that wrist shot. Not bad. Connor Roulette is next with Wingman and Close Quarters. Again, another 80 overall card that is sneaky effective that you could put on your bottom pairings that you should be able to get for dirt cheap. 88 speed. His shot is not very good for a forward. Close Quarters, however, is one of the best abilities you can get if you're aiming low far side, going for rebound shots early on. This is a nice card. Again, third or fourth line at the most, and you could get some effectiveness out of it. Tony Reala is with Fly the Zone and Ankle Breaker. Again, the speed is nice, so you're going straight down, but the accuracy is awfully tough. Body checking is 70. There is a lot of other cards I would rather have that are left-handed. Like I'd rather save up some coins and get Taylor Hall. All right, on to defense. We've got the 86 Adam Fox, 90 speed, 91 acceleration with Spark. If you get Spark activated, it's really helpful because of his lower body checking. Cale Makar has been phenomenal, and I feel like this is going to be heavily discounted compared to Cale Makar's base card, as it should because Cale Makar's base card is so great. But, if Cale Makar is going for 80, 90,000, this is a card that's very close to it. So if you're looking for a right-handed defenseman, this isn't bad. Again, the size is impacted later on in the game a little bit more than it is right now. So having someone that has this kind of speed is very, very effective. Shane Goss is having a great week with opening week with the Arizona Coyotes. Has buzzing as well as thunderclap. Again, for any defenseman that has 85 and above speed and a decent shot in the mid 80s, that's playable. Stick checking is at 89 with buzzing activated, and buzzing is one of the synergies I would try and activate. Left-handed defenseman, there is not a lot of good ones. If you are no money spent, you're looking for a cheap one around 5 to 8K. Goss could be it. Connor Clifton comes in next with Gladiator and Truculence. Truculence we haven't talked a lot about because they have been very, very reserved at giving out Truculence on cards. Guys, Truculence is one of the best abilities in the game, especially early on, because it is so hard to knock people off the puck because everyone is using smaller players that are very fast, have great shots, but no body checking. And what that means is that when you go to try to bump people off the puck, they just won't, and you're getting stuck chasing, that kind of thing. Truculence will knock anyone off the puck. 84 speed, 85 acceleration is tough, and his defensive abilities are kind of rough as well. But if he's going for like 1,000 coins and no one's paying attention, Truculence on your third pair, not bad at all if you were trying to up your defense a little bit. Ollie Mata from the Detroit Red Wings, Fly the Zone and Wingman, 85 speed, defensive awareness at 87 with Fly the Zone activated. I think that's what holds his value up, is Fly the Zone, trying to get that activated. There is, again, I think that there's some better players that you could grab for him then. Tony DeAngelo is up next, and I actually really want to try and get this card for the No Money Spent team. Tony DeAngelo cards are very, very good, just again because of the skating. So if you are able to get him, again, 5 to 10K at the most, but this could be a sneaky good card because that middle range of defenseman, and you'll see in the No Money Spent series as we do some big updates to the team, that middle range of defenseman going from like 82 or 81s and then getting into like Cale Makar, there's like this gap of usable cards that are decent value that just simply don't exist. So cards like Cale Makar Tony DeAngelo are where you're going to find value there. And then we've got Alexander Yakovenko with Workhorse and Shutdown. Shutdown is very, very good. I'm just not liking the rest. I mean, the 88 acceleration, if you get Workhorse activated, is nice. Defensive awareness at 81. Defensive awareness is extremely important, guys. It is what dictates the card's ability to intercept passes. Shutdown is very good. But again, I would rather save up coins for cards like, Tony DeAngelo or someone else. And then in net, we've got the 83 Linus Ullmark. We haven't talked about goaltenders a lot, and I will probably over this week. I'll go over some of the goaltenders I think I would target. Goaltending is so good in this game with the additions of the human animations that you're getting. The one-timers just don't go in anymore, and you want a goaltender with low aggression. Low aggression is not a stat. It is a personality trait. The lower the aggression, the farther back they sit in the net. It allows them to get over for one-timers a little bit, and that might change because of their ability to get one-timers to be saved. Having a higher aggression goaltender might play a little bit better than prior years because when the further they come out, the better they can knock down the angle, and there's a lot of snipes going on right now, so we'll mess around with that over the next little while. Then we've got William Blackburn. I'm not big on using any goaltender that's under 6 foot. I think that you can use smaller goaltenders, but under 6 foot is awfully tough. Light work might be one of the best now for goaltenders because post-to-post is just no longer needed with how good goalies are across ice. But 54 aggression, if someone uses this goaltender, let me know. Lastly, guys, we got some new Game Day Tilt cards, and man, my man Kesso and myself getting some love here, it seems, because we've got Brian Rust and Logan Couture. So this is happening in different games. So Brian Rust is going to take on the LA Kings tonight, October 20th, and that is where the stats from that game only, guys, it does not continue and carry on. From that game only, his stats will improve based on how he performs. My man Logan Couture facing off against the New York Rangers. The Sharks look absolutely god-awful. The Rangers are a wagon, and hopefully they go to 0-6 so that my Sharks can get a better shot at Connor Bedard. Logan Couture, though, does play very well defensively, and he might have a shot to up his rating based on that. So again, for anyone that doesn't know how these cards will work in these games specifically, so LA versus Pitt and San Jose versus the Rangers tonight, October 20th, for every goal they score, they will go up +1 overall. For every assist, they get a .75, so it might not tick over to 81, but just keep that in mind. And then per shot on goal, hit and block is where I think you can make some pretty decent improvements. Mostly for defensemen, though, you'll get 0.5. So the Logan Couture card is interesting for players that are a little bit they don't have the coins to go out and get some bigger cards. I kind of wanted to get him for the No Money Spent team, but the cost is kind of tough just because if he doesn't improve, it takes 3 Spotlight collectibles to upgrade. And obviously, if you've been following along, you get a lot of free Spotlight collectibles, but you use those to upgrade the Master Set players, and that is just so much more value. However, Logan Couture comes with Wingman and Snipe, which I've actually liked a little bit more this year. This is a very well-rounded card. If he can get up to 82 or 83, we're looking at a centerman that has a decent shot and speed might be 89. So with Wingman activated. So there is some play here. He has not played very well recently to start the year, but he is going to get a lot of minutes. So maybe that changes things, but the Rangers are nuts. I don't see them having a big successful game. Now, Brian Rust, on the other hand, he is going up against the LA Kings, and they are just bleeding goals. He's got wingman there and Snipes, so same kind of situation. If I'm betting on either of them, Brian Rust is probably going to be the one, just because I think that he has a higher opportunity to score because he's not facing Igor Shesterkin. The Jonathan Quick does not seem to be his last year form. It looks like he's the 3 years prior, which is one of the worst goaltenders in the league statistically. So maybe you've got a shot there. If I'm shooting my shot on either of these guys, I am personally for the Sharks, but Brian Rust would be my pick here. Again, if you've been following along with these game day tilt cards, an 83 is kind of the highest card to expect, okay? So because these cost 3 Spotlight collectibles, you got to do your math on those ones. Again, if we take a look at the ones that have already happened, 83 is the highest. So go into it thinking that 83 is the possibility, but you could also get 80 overall. So, all right, guys, that is going to do it for today's content. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And make sure you check me out on Twitch. I go live every single day at noon Eastern time, twitch.tv/nosleeves12. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one.